The truth is that I was not born in the South. Now, you can't tell it to hear me now. I lived in Texas and Oklahoma for nearly 20 years, picked up the accent. I won't go through the whole story, but I keep it partly because I'm proud to be Confederate, as I consider myself, and also partly because I am tired of the homogenization of accents, so that it doesn't matter whether you're from Portland, Maine, or Anaheim, California, or Dawsonville, Georgia. Everybody's starting to sound the same, and I don't like that. And I like a Southern accent. I think it sounds good. But I wasn't born a Southerner, no matter what I sound like now, no matter that I now consider myself a Southerner. I was born in Hawthorne, California, which is part of L.A., and for those who don't know, in L.A., in the L.A. basin, people differentiate between L.A. and the actual city of Los Angeles, which is a minor part of the basin. I was born in Hawthorne, lived in L.A. until I was 10, then lived in Clayton, Washington for 3 years, moved back down to California in the Mojave Desert, and was there for a few years. And then when I was 17, we moved back to Clayton, and it was there that I graduated from high school and joined the Air Force, and there's a whole long story there too. I give you that background in the interest of what they keep calling full disclosure. I just say I want to be honest. A difficult concept today, right? I want to be honest. I wasn't born in the South. I wasn't raised in the South. I have come to adopt the South as my home. I'm almost completely to the point now when people ask me where I'm from, I say Cisco, Texas, because that, I've repudiated my California citizenship. I would do that officially if here in these United States we still had the concept of state citizenship the way everybody did up until the War of Northern Aggression. I wanted to be honest because, yes, I do sound Southern. I do consider myself Southern. But the truth is better than a lie. One of the disadvantages of living in a one-bedroom apartment is I don't have room to hang up a whole slew of stuff. But I can have a Texas flag bandana. I'll fold it back later. I can have a bandana that's the battle flag of the Army of Northern Virginia. One hopes that this is recording through the cloth when I hold it up. I'm recording on my laptop. I do down here, where you can't see them, have large North Carolina and battle flags. I had thought not to dig them out, but I'm going to try it. So if y'all can just hang loose for just a second. I'm not going to pause it. I'm just going to leave it run. Okay, let's see how these things unfold here. We've got the grommets here by which you would attach it to a flagpole. And as you can see, this is an actual flag. I wish I could fly it. And then, well, I said I had a North Carolina flag. I was wrong. This is the stars and bars. It shows you how little I have dug into this since I got it. I'll fold all this back up after a bit. Something fell, I'll pick it up in a minute. One bedroom apartment, like I said, nothing is spread out. It's all crammed together and stuff on top of the other. So what's the point of all this? What's the point of letting you know my background, showing you bandanas and flags, knocking stuff off the shelf? The point is this. It's not just having Confederate ancestors. It's not just being born and raised in the South. It's an attitude. I'm convinced that being a Confederate is about attitude. It's about convictions. It's about principles. It's about ideas. You know, Jefferson Davis was from Mississippi long before the war, and he was from Mississippi long after the war. What differentiated him then as a Confederate? His ideas. The difference between Jefferson Davis and Abraham Lincoln wasn't where they were born. In fact, I'd have to look it up, and I'm not going to bother with that now. I believe they were both born in Kentucky, if I'm remembering correctly. The difference wasn't where they were born, it wasn't their accent, it was their ideas, their principles. Lincoln believed in a national government with the power to tell the states where to get off at, and the power to tell them, no, you can't withdraw from this confederation. Jefferson Davis believed, as did those who prepared the Constitution of the United States, he believed in a confederation of states and a government just strong enough to do the things the federal government needed to do, and not one bit stronger. He believed in liberty. He believed in freedom. Things are sliding. He believed in letting people make up their own minds, make their own decisions, and not have somebody far off in D.C. telling them what to do. That's my ideas. Those are my convictions. That's where I stand. And even if I didn't have a Southern accent, even if I didn't have ancestors from Oklahoma and Texas and North Carolina, and those North Carolina ancestors, 5 of them fought in the Confederate States Army. Even if that was not true of me, my convictions, my principles would make me more of a Confederate than some of these scalawags who are kowtowing to D.C. and ordering people around all over the place. And I don't do these videos with a script. I just have a basic idea, and I start off and I head in that general direction. Sometimes I even arrive where I'm headed. But it means I don't have a convenient way to wind it down and come to the end of it. And so on this one, I've said what I had to say, and I'm just going to stop the recording, and y'all can go from there.